Hi everyone, in this video I'll be using Aomei Backupper to back up my computer. The software can be used to back up drives or individual files and folders. It's free and there's a pro version, but for most basic cases, the free version is fine. It can only back up Windows, so you can't do other OSs such as Linux, Unix, Mac OS, etc. What's great is that you can create a backup of Windows while your computer is still running as it utilizes VSS, the volume shadow copy service, to create a snapshot. So in disk management, I have my 128 gigabyte disk 0. Here's my C drive, my Windows drive, and I'm going to be backing up my entire disk 0 here, and then storing the backup on disk 1, my Western Digital 1 terabyte drive here. So I'm going to be storing the backup on my Z drive here. So I'm going to go and download it, and you can go to aomeitech.com, and afterwards just go to download and download freeware. Go to the folder, and I'm going to run it, and I'm going to do the standard edition, so I'm going to skip, and you can check the path. So I'll use the default path under Program Files x86, install now. All right, it's done installing. Go back to the setup, and I'm going to close this, and I'm going to close Edge, and I'm going to start up Aomei Backupper. Close this. All right, now I'm going to do a new backup, and I am going to do a disk backup. So I'll back up my hard disk to an image file, and I'm going to change the name here, call it my computer backup, add in the disk. All right, so this will be my disk 0 here, and I'm going to hit add, and then the destination where I want to put it, select the local path, and I'll put it on my Z drive, and I'll create a new folder, call it image backups. I'm going to go to options, and I'll put in a note, test backup. And here there's enable encryption for backups, but you need the pro version. And there's email notification to notify you. And I'm going to go to backup mode. And there's intelligent sector that's recommended. So only backup the used sectors of the file systems. So this will reduce the size of the image file and the backup time. And then there's the backup servers. So there's use Microsoft VSS, and then there's Aomei's version of it. And so I'm just going to leave it to default. If there's any issues with Microsoft VSS, it will then use Aomei's backup service. And then you go to command, and then you can specify if there's any programs or scripts that you can run before or after. Go to advanced, and then there's compression. Data will be moderately compressed, and it's the recommended, so you can do none, normal, or high. I'll leave it as normal. And then there's splitting, so I'll keep it as automatic. But if you want to specify a custom size, so for example, if you want to put this on multiple DVDs, then you can do, for example, say 4,300 megabytes. I'm going to leave it as automatic. And then operation priority, I'll leave it as normal. And there's others, automatically create a folder with the same name as the task in the target location. And so yeah, I'll create a folder for that, so that's okay. I'm going to hit OK now. And then there's schedule backup, and you can enable it, and then you can schedule it accordingly. So I'm just going to turn it off. And then there's backup scheme, and you go to backup method. There are 3 different types. There's a full backup, incremental backup, and differential backup. A full backup will take a backup of everything. Incremental backup will back up what has changed since the last backup. And finally, differential backup will back up what has changed since the last full backup. In this video, I'm going to be doing a full backup, and then hit OK, and then after, start backup. All right, the backup completed successfully, and here it's saying it's recommended to create a Aomei Backupper RE, a recovery environment. And so I am just going to pass on that for now. Hit the X, hit finish. All right, and we see here that there's my backup image that I created. And if I go to Explorer, and I go to my Z drive, and image backups, my computer backup, and there's the image file here. And we can see here it's about 10 gigabytes, so compression we can see was used. And now before I do a restore, I am going to go to my downloads folder, and I am going to select these two items here and go to properties. And we see here that there's a size of 4 gigabytes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these items here. And now that those items are deleted, after I do the restore, those items will reappear back on my downloads because I am restoring it from my backup. So going back to Aomei Backupper Standard, and I'm going to go to Restore, and I'm going to select my image file, go to the Z drive, image backups, my computer backup, and I'm going to restore the entire disk. Select the disk here, disk 0, hit next, and I'm going to select the destination for the disk image that you want to restore, so it's going to be on my disk 0. So that's where I'm going to restore it to, and I'm going to hit next. And here it's asking to confirm. It's saying here that the existing partitions on the destination disk will be overwritten or deleted. So yeah, okay. And there's the source disk and the destination disk. And at the bottom here, if you have an SSD drive, you can check this off. So for SSD alignment, as if your destination disk is an SSD, we highly suggest that you check this as it will accelerate the reading and writing. And there's Universal Restore, that's only available for the Pro version, and that's if you're doing a restore to different or dissimilar hardware. And in this case, I am not, so I'm not going to be using this, and it's just SSD alignment, and then hit Start Restore. And here a window comes up, it says I will have to restart because I'm currently in Windows, and in order to restore my C drive where I'm running Windows, I will have to be out of it. So it will restart in a recovery environment to restore the image. So I'm going to hit yes. All right, so it's booted into Aomei Backupper and it's doing a restore. This may take some time to complete depending on the size of your image. Okay, so it's completed doing the restore and it's going to restart now. All right, it's booted into Windows. I'm going to log in. All right, I'm logged in and I'm going to check my downloads folder. Okay, my items in here, the restore was a success. So that's it. That's how you can use Aomei Backupper to backup and restore your computer. I hope this video was useful and I thank you for watching. Bye now.